Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee Marie and I make videos about having a small business. Today's video is a fun one because I think a lot of newbie makers are wondering, now that you've started your business, how do you make money? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. The very first way of making money having a candle business is online sales. Having a website as a product manufacturer, which is what you are as a candle maker, is very, very important. You need to have an online presence, especially if you want to sell to individuals that are not located in the city or state that you live in. Having an online platform is really important also for when people just randomly search for candles, for things like that. You want to make sure that you're popping up, that your business is out there so that more and more people can discover you. Now you can go about having a website one of two different ways. You can either pay a platform like Shopify or Square a monthly fee. Usually it's not a lot, maybe $30 or $40 a month, and you can build a website with them. What's nice about these particular companies like Shopify is that they are built in to have products on there. They have a shopping cart. They can take care of all the payment processing for you. So that's really nice. They also do have some free themes. You can also pay to have more advanced themes as well. Those are anywhere from $200 to $400 if you want something that looks a little bit more professional. On the other hand, what you can do is you can pay someone to build a website for you. That, however, can get very costly. A lot of custom websites are going to run into the thousands, so it really depends on whether or not you've got that kind of capital starting out. But I definitely do think, at least at the very minimum, a clean, basic website where your consumer can go, see your business, see the products, and purchase online. So, avenue number one to sell your candles is going to be online. So the second method of selling your candles is also kind of obvious: markets. Markets are a great way to have a lot of in-person sales. If you are someone who has, that kind of bubbly personality or that natural customer service where you can engage a customer or someone who comes to your table, that is a great way of making sales for your candle business. Now, markets are obviously not for everybody. But the great thing is, especially after COVID, is that there are so many markets available everywhere. They are available in every state, definitely if not in every city, then definitely some cities close to you. So markets are definitely something to look at. There's a few different types of markets to do. The first one is a farmer's market. Farmers markets are a great idea if you want something local and consistent. Farmers markets are generally every single week, one day a week, and you do have to make a commitment to either the entire season, sometimes the entire year. So it really depends. There is a contract usually that you have to sign. Keep in mind, farmers markets are a little bit more involved than, say, like a vendor market. They're a great idea if you've got a local one where you think you could get lots of traffic. One time a week, it's a great option. Now, the second type is like a vendor market. A vendor market is something put on by a company, and they're sporadic throughout the year, but lots of different companies do them. For example, in my area in Florida, we have vendor markets here in like the Fort Myers area. We have vendor markets in Tampa. We have vendor markets in Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami. Lots of vendor markets that are put on by these companies. They could be like festivals. They could be fairs. Lots of different kinds of vendor events. And usually they have kind of a low cost to get a table. And it's usually for either one day or even a weekend. One tip I will give you if you're looking for vendor markets, there are a lot of Facebook groups where it's basically either vendors in a certain region or vendors in a certain state where somebody will post, hey, I'm having this fair, I'm having this event, I'm having this music festival, and I need vendors. So definitely look out in Facebook for those groups and join them so that you can know about events happening in your area that are looking for vendors. So the third option for selling your candles is similar to the first one, to markets, but that's called pop-ups. Pop-ups are really great because they happen usually around some sort of business, and it's where a business will get together with a few other businesses and do a pop-up event. And a lot of the times you sell your, products at these events. So usually there'll be like a sip and shop. Usually it's clothing, or like a boutique will put on pop-ups. Sometimes restaurants put on pop-ups. Sometimes other types of businesses put on pop-ups. But those are really great. If you are really involved in your community, then you should know when pop-ups happen. A lot of the times, if you're joining these Facebook groups, if you're active on Instagram, then you'll see individuals that are advertising that they need vendors for these pop-up events. Pop-up events are short notice. A lot of the times, you might look and see, oh, hey, they have a pop-up event, it's in 2 weeks. As opposed to a vendor market, where vendor markets usually are planned out quite a bit in advance. Pop-ups are usually much more short notice. So just keep that in mind, but they, again, are a really fun way to interact with the local community and share your products. So definitely be on the lookout for pop-up events. So the next kind of event that is great to sell your candles is what I call a business partnership. So business partnerships are a great idea because your products are getting exposed to the customers of that existing business. A lot of the times I think it's great for candle makers to partner with home decor, clothing boutiques. You can partner with spas, you can partner with hair salons. There's a lot of companies that you can partner with. And basically what you do is, when these companies have a big event, say they have a huge sale, say they have it's their, anniversary since they opened, or they're having some sort of product launch, some kind of event, that's where you want to partner with them and say, hey, can we work together? I will set up a table at your event and I will sell my product as well, and we'll get more people in the door for your event. That's basically the reason you're partnering with them, is so that you can use their customers and they can use your customers and just get a lot of people into an event. So definitely consider partnering with a business as a way of selling your candles. One common activity that kind of gets looked over but is amazing when it comes to making money for your candle business is candle classes. Now, it may be a little bit easier for those of us who have a retail store or a studio to hold candle classes, but if you don't, I don't want to let that deter you. You can definitely partner with businesses, with community rec centers, and you can also, for example, like in Southwest Florida, we have a lot of gated communities and they have clubhouses. So you can, talk to one of the residents at these communities and get into their clubhouse and host a candle class. I've definitely done that too. Partner with a business, try a community center, or again, a clubhouse or something like that, and travel with your candles and have a candle making class. And then at the end, they can purchase additional candles. It's a really, really great way of making extra income. I know since I started doing candle classes, I have done probably 30 or 40 of them since I started in November. Pretty crazy, and again, it's a great way of making extra income, getting your name out there. So definitely think of having a candle class as an option to make some extra money. Another great way of making money while being a candle maker is to offer private label and white label services. Now, there's always a lot of confusion about private label and white label and what they mean. Private label is where you and another individual or a business get together, and together you create custom fragrances, maybe custom vessels, labels. The process from start to finish, everything is custom, and it is only for that business. That is private label. White label, on the other hand, is where a business reaches out to you saying that they want to purchase your candles, but they want to put their label on them. That's white label. That's basically where you're taking product that you already make and you're selling it at a discount to another company, and they're going to stick their own label on it. Now, both options are a great way of making extra income as a candle maker. Now you may be wondering where to get these clients from, and some of my best clients for private label are local businesses. I've always been a proponent, and I've always said the importance of being active in your local community. So once, I did private label for one girl, suddenly a different business owner wanted it, then a different business owner wanted it, and it's kind of like a snowball effect. So when you're wanting to get these clients for private label or white label, definitely be active in your community and reach out to other business owners to see if they're interested in this service. And last, but certainly not least, is my favorite way of making additional income as a candle maker, and that is wholesale. Wholesale is where you are selling your candles to a business, usually a retail store, and they turn around and sell the candles for you at the retail price. I love wholesale because it is an ongoing relationship that you have with another business, and obviously the more stores and boutiques that sell your candles, the more ongoing business you will have. It is a fantastic way of making additional income. You've seen my other videos. I talk about the wholesale process, the platforms to go on, and how to get sales from wholesale, so definitely look out for those. Wholesale, one of my favorite ways of having additional income. It can be a little bit difficult at first, it can be a little slow at first, but trust the process, put the work in, and the wholesale clients will come. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. As candle makers, I know that it can be a total hustle and it's difficult sometimes to make that extra income, but hopefully with what I have shown you today, you will see that there are many different ways of making additional income as a candle maker. Hopefully you found value in this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Please hit like on this video. It really helps my channel to grow so that I can bring you more valuable content and videos. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!